This
Hi, Kara.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let's kick off Audit and Finance Committee. Skip the initial chairman's comments and go right to the financials, which were very limited to the budget. Hopefully all looked at, and I did share with the staff a couple of questions on, look like a couple of just errors, perhaps.
Actually, they're deliberate errors to see if anybody ever reads these.
Would you care to point those out?
Did you read them?
Yeah,
You didn't see them?
I didn't see.
Aha, you failed. So, no, in the income section, you know, your year-to-date and your January number should be identical no matter what, right? Both of the columns.
Right.
So if you look down to the second page, or sorry, the second page, Fed subsidies, grants, ARC innovation says 46,200 year-to-date, but 0 for January. So
How do you do that?
how do you do that? And then there's a double, it might be this double posting entry on the final page. It shows 965,000 under other operating expenditures on January, but nothing year to date. 960. Yeah. What is it?
960.
Oh, you're gonna correct me now?
No,
That's how.
I just don't.
Well, all
want
right.
to
Is there an error? Okay. Those are just, they're obviously some
Right.
double posting
The
or
sheet
something.
picks those up the day before.
Yeah.
Like we said, just these.
So is there anything else besides that tongue cheek goofing around that you want to point out or discuss relative to January?
No, really quickly though, the county administration committee approved our $200,000. So they're in the process of doing a contract this month, and we should be getting $200,000 probably in March.
Okay, good. Any other comments or questions about financials? No, from anyone? No? Okay, new and unfinished business, the audit.
The audit's commenced. Megan is primarily in charge of that. And right now it's moving.
It's moving along. They'll be here on Tuesday, February 13th to run the audit. So if you've gotten those with the fraud disclosures in your email, you can give them to us or you can give them to them, whatever's easy. And they'll be here Tuesday and hopefully not Wednesday. Hopefully they'll be done.
Thank you for that. You reminded me. I got it and then
Yeah.
opened it, read it, and then I went to.
And didn't do it right away at a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they emailed.
Mine's there too.
Anything else with respect to the audit? Just getting started, okay?
Yeah.
For our agenda, anybody have anything else for the audit finance committee group? Okay.
I guess
Go ahead.
I guess I could say that Jim is leaving BST. Hopefully he's told other people that he got another job, but he said that he's taking on a few clients. So I asked him for rates and he said that he would still do our books, but it would be a lot more limited than it is now, which is already pretty limited. So we may go out and find another firm to do that for us.
Is BST offering a replacement for him?
So it's weird. He sent us a letter, but it was from him saying the rates for this year, which have gone up. They seem to go up every year. And nowhere in the letter does it say he's leaving. It's just he told us that. So I asked him, like, can you give us a breakdown of what you would charge us for your services if you were to stay on and just have us as a client? He said he's doing a few of his clients he's staying with. So, and he hasn't given me one back. We send him all our stuff to do the reports like we usually do. He didn't send us any reports back. That's why you don't have them in your packet. So.
Recommendation.
But,
Look other.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
We don't know how that's going to impact the audit this year though, too, because she usually does the reconciliations.
Well, he's already done. He came in in January and he closed out the year. He did the journal entries. So theoretically, if everything should be there that he needs, and he told me he's available. So I feel like if I text him and I really needed him for something for 2023, he would be available. We just haven't heard from him in the last week. So I don't want to say he's completely
So we've
dropped this.
heard nothing from the company
informing us that he just, he
I mean, it came
called.
on BST letterhead. Not that he's leaving. Yeah, it just said, these are your rates for 2024.
And that's one of the problems with my financials is that I usually rely on his reports when he does the personnel expenditures. Because we don't
He does payroll.
do payroll.
Once again, I would be concerned that, number one, the company hasn't informed us that he's leaving officially. That's just professional. Number two, I'd be inclined to go call them and see who else they have and what they want to do as well.
Well, I think it's part of Megan's task of looking for other firms. We're gonna reach out to them
Okay.
as well.
I mean, they gave us a rate for 24. It's $13.50, and that's plus the $75
As well.
QuickBooks fee that we pay a month.
Say that again, Megan.
It would be $13.50 a month, which, what is it now? Like 12? Yeah, it's $12.10. So it's gone up quite a bit.
1,350
Correct, per month, yeah,
from 1210.
correct.
Do you do any entries yourself?
I don't do the journal entries, no.
You do 20 journal entries a month?
I think he does journal entries at the end of the year.
I know this is,
And he-
what can he possibly be putting in? It's not,
I mean, we do have several accounts, so he's reconciling all of them, and he does that generally remotely. He came in twice this year, halfway through the year, because our QuickBooks is just IDA online, and then CRC and the other ones, they're all on desktop, because you have to pay for online, so it doesn't make sense to pay for.
yeah, there's no.
So he comes in to do those twice a year. But he's reconciling at the end of the month. And obviously we need someone to do that, because I can't reconcile. And I mean, I could if I had Nassim putting it in. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need like a
Yeah,
separate.
absolutely.
Yeah.
so is that all in for the audit as well, that fee, that 1,000, whatever it is a month? And that covers their final?
For them doing his final, no, he'll probably send a bill for, he sends a bill for his reimbursable expenses, so him driving here. And we haven't had those because he's been doing everything remotely. But when he comes in at the end of the year, he usually charges us for him being here his
Where
time.
does he come from?
Albany.
Now, the QuickBooks, you said we have desktop and we have on the cloud, right?
Yeah, desktop.
So are we paying separate QuickBooks fees?
We're paying one, so you have to pay for online. Desktop is something that's already kind of integrated, but our desktop is from like 2015. So since CRC and LBC accounts, they don't have a lot of activity.
Right.
We just kept that.
Kept
It
it on.
doesn't make sense because you have to pay 75 per account. So we just kept that the way it was, since he has to come in at the end of the year anyway, and there's not much activity in CRC. He reconciles those when he gets here. And like I said, he did come in halfway through the year and he reconciled them halfway, so it wasn't doing everything when he came a month ago.
I mean, that's like an 11% increase.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
And he seems, I mean, we've had that every year. His fees have raised every
Well, we're
year.
doing the right thing by pricing it out.
Yeah.
Looking at the whole thing again.
yeah, so, great.
And what's annoying about that is that they always do it right
After the budget, yeah.
Budget.
Yeah.
They simply say, oh, by the way, we're gonna.
Yeah, as a
What
kid.
can you tell us before?
I don't get an attorney bill a year after it's.
No.
Good point.
We got another one from an accident.
On accident,
They sent us another bill for $35,000.
or was it billed to us or was it for someone else?
For a different attorney, and so I showed it to Jody, and I thought his head was gonna explode, but I sent it it was for Canada. I sent it to him and I said, we need a breakdown of this bill, like, you can't just send us a $35,000 bill, we need to know what it's for. And he called me back apologizing, like, that's an accounting error, please tell Jody we didn't mean to do that.
Oh, I blew up.
Yeah, you don't owe us anything,
Both
you,
Chris and Joe Scott called me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm living it.
How do you send that $35,000 bill like steak
well,
in a professional law firm? Give me a break.
yeah, it was, yeah. So, we're presently out.
They're not accountants, they're lawyers.
Yeah,
It is incentive time. Come on.